Me and my family are currently in Marietta, California, and this, in my opinion, is the most anticipated video I've ever done. In my hand is food from Destination Smokehouse, with the Tenderism. My whole mission today to see, in my opinion, is the food actually Tenderism, or do I just love watching Unc? Let's find out together. I got it, let's try it, and rate it 1 through 10. We spent $129.77. The customer service, my family said, was very good. This food was quick. It only took us 10 minutes to get it. And Unc is here, but Unc walking around with 4 different security guards, which I fully understand because people probably bombarding him non-stop. So I'm gonna show you the thing I got, and we're gonna try it and rate it 1 through 10. Holiday yams, mac and cheese, coleslaw, 2 orders of Texas toast, 4 sides of barbecue sauce, and a 3-meat plate. I got a beef rib, some oxtail, and some brisket. We're gonna start with what I came here for, the beef rib. I didn't touch it, I didn't do nothing. This is how it came. To me, it looked like it's sliced. It looked like they slit it straight down the back. So when I pick it up,
it's already on.
That's what happened. I'm gonna pick it up and see if it fall off the bone. Well, there ain't no bone in here. I'm gonna just see if it fall apart. It do not.
Oh yeah.
This thing ain't going nowhere. The most important is how it tastes. Let's see. It's very smoky. I think it could definitely be more salt added to this. But right now, I just taste smoke and a lot of peppercorns, which is a very good plus. It's juicy. You see it's all on my beard. It's all on my lips. Top of there. That barbecue sauce is sweet, and I think exactly that's what it needs. Again, a little more salt would take this a long way. But as is, I'm at a 7.5 out of 10. This might be the Tenderisms that we was talking about. This oxtail. It's tender now. Now that's tender. That's the meat.
Where's that?
Now, if I had glasses, I'm throwing the glasses on the floor. That is delicious. Fantastic, man. Actually, tender, juicy, peppery, smoky, salty. That might be the best oxtail I've ever had. It's top 3 and it ain't 3. I'm supposed to be tasting. I'm on my 3rd bite.
I'm trying to get it together.
Delicious. For me, personally, 9.7 out of 10.
It's the peppery. Good. And this is tender. I'm going with a 9.5.
All right, this the brisket. It ain't going nowhere. Oh, there you go. A little bit of pull action. This is extremely over-seasoned, in my opinion, when it comes from not only a sodium level, but also a flavor level. That's a decent brisket, in my opinion. 6.5 out of 10. This nigga from Texas. I got somebody from Texas with me. He's trying to understand.
Alright, that's a juice.
You smoking? 8.7.
This the mac and cheese. I don't know if this is oil or if this is a lighting, but
Butter starts separating from the noodle.
The cheese completely separated and almost curdled. I don't know what noodle that is. This the noodle. Not a fan of that at all. Okay, this the yam. Okay, now that's
Tender.
Sweet, cinnamon, a lot of spices and flavors. 8 out of 10. For me, the standout is absolutely the oxtail. But past the oxtail, the standout is Unc. Not only, in my opinion, is it extremely hard to get people engaged like that, to show your true personality, to be yourself, no matter how fast things take off in the space. I don't think he intended for it to go the way it's going. I think he just wants to show his love of food and his love of what it is that he's doing. I'm personally taking $5,000 out of my own bank, and we going to say happy holidays to Unc. So, update. We could not get to Unc. Security said it was over with for the day. They said that he was filming something. I believe he was filming a podcast. We had $5,000 in cash, or $4,000 in cash that we was gonna give him a hand. They didn't take it, so we're not only gonna take this money and feed some people, but we just gonna do what we feel like we're supposed to do in the community with. And as always, after this, I pray and hope that they continue to reach their target audience. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
I got a couple of guests in the house today from Destination Smokehouse. You might recognize Nick Yepperman and Walter. Mr. Tendernism Johnson is in the building. Good, fellas.
All right. Amazing. Thank you for having us.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Fam, we're here today to get an understanding. Recently, food critic and content creator Keith Lee visited Destination Smokehouse and later posted a review describing his experience. In that review, he said he was denied the opportunity to meet Walter Johnson, also known as Mr. Tendernism, and leave a large tip. After the video went viral, Many people in the public took issue with what they heard and questioned whether access to Walter was being restricted. In the comments under my reaction video, some viewers went as far as expressing concern that Walter, a black man, may be taken advantage of by Nick, a white man and business owner, raising broader questions about transparency, power, and fairness behind the brand. So the question that a lot of people is wanting to know, first of all, is, did you guys know who Keith Lee was before he showed up at the door?
I'll let you go first, sir.
No, I did not know who he was. And at the time, I was not notified that he was here because I don't be on the internet. Like I said, I'm the old gentleman. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I do not be on it that much to know he was full credit. And now he can come back up here and we can meet person to person. You know, it's cool in the game. But no, I did not know who he was. No disrespect to him. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now,
well, I was kind of shocked when I found out. The way I found out was at the end of the podcast we were doing with Idi Amin. You know him from the Outlaws?
Absolutely. That's my boss. That's my dog.
Cool. So really solid. We were like 3 weeks out from planning it, and a lot of hiccups happened. We were so late in the day, but when we were doing it, we were just totally locked in. So I found out at the end of it was only 30 minutes too. It was a 30-minute podcast. Mm-hmm. So at the end, our head of security / host, Josh, came over and was like, "Hey, Nick, man," he's like, "some guy came and he was trying to meet Walt to give him a $5,000 tip." I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird," because we've had like streamers come in, trying to like come in and get weird content. So we love the exposure, but we don't need weird exposure. So he took it and he didn't know. That was another shocking thing. Me, my friend Walter French, who was off camera, and then one lady who was working that day are the only 3 people in the restaurant who knew who he was. And I was in shock. I didn't even know it was Keith Lee until like 15 minutes after I heard about the tip. So as soon as I got the idea, I started messaging him, and I went out into the parking lot trying to find him. I was hoping he was going to be at our restaurant when we were in Hemet in our original location. I know who he is. I'm a food guy, and I'm on the internet all the time. I do all our social media, so I'm well aware. If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done. But ever since I reached out to him, I've gotten 0 response. I thought I was very respectful. From what I've watched from the review, it just didn't seem like he really captured what it's like when you come to this place. It's just disappointing that as popular as people can be on social media, people don't know everybody. Sorry, brother.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, look here, Mr. Willis. That's what we need to do. We need to set up a podcast. He's sitting in with us. Mm-hmm. Then that way we can clear all this stuff up. Like I am, in a sense, a little older than you, a little bit, not much now. And so, you know, hey, I want to get it in over. Let's don't be candy coated. Let's just sit down, gentleman conversation, you know, drink some Kool-Aid and something together, and we eat some of these oxtail.
Some circumstances that happened after the fact with other people that he talked to that opened our eyes up to why he probably felt the way that he did. Even the way that he approached it, he didn't ask for anybody else. There's a lot of people visible on social media. To offer a tip to a business owner was crazy. That was the other thing too, is like he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. How are you going to tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff.
I think that
I want to give this to Walter.
okay.
He specifically said his name to ask me a couple of questions. To ask him a couple of questions, I meant to say. That's how he presented it. He didn't say, "Hey, I want to give y'all this, and in the meantime, can I talk to Walter and Nick or whatever?" He literally asked for him only and said he want to give him that amount of money.
Even Reynaldo or Butcher Bill or someone that's visible, Walter French, anybody else, it would have felt like it was coming from a place that we would have accepted. But we're blessed that we have this following. Yeah, you want me to cut it short? Sorry, brother.
Hey, look here. I'd like you to some kind of way get in touch with him if possibility. Tell him when he come back. And hey, look, I'm willing to meet him. I mean, he can call me on the phone number, call Nick. This is my partner, Nick. He's my brother, he's my ex-bone Tony. We're gonna keep it that way. Hey, we don't need no hate. Look, don't hate on him. Don't hate on thing we trying to do.
I can take it. It's not about that.
Take
you
that.
Know.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Hey, if y'all want to help something, send some good comments. You come down to destination. It's in the southern part of California, City be very epic. I'm talking about destination one in the nation. Then you'll understand. This guy helps.
Oh,
He got all my love.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
look at that.
Yeah, I'm
look
telling
at
you
Walt getting soft on us.
I'm telling you from another side. I don't do no hugging on no. Okay, anyway, let me get this straight. Me and him, boy, we gonna ride the house like Roy road trip. I'm out of here.
I had a wonderful woman come up to me today, and she stopped me. I was at the soda machine, and she's like, how does it feel to change the world? And I kind of knew what she meant, but I was a little bit struck at first. And then I was like, well, what do you mean? She's like, I see everything that's going on inside here, and it's a beautiful thing. And what she meant was, when you go inside this place, which we're going to do right now, you're going to see everybody in this restaurant. And I mean everybody having a good time. And no one in there, we don't all look the same. We don't all come from the same backgrounds, but we all share the same thing. We all want to have a good time. We want to feel like we're respected and loved. We want to be in a place where we feel like family. And that's what we do here at Destination, okay? All this other stuff, guys, please, if you learn anything from what we're doing here, everybody in this building is loved. Everybody that's a part of it is well taken care of, and we love each other. And that's what it's all about. All this hatred and trying to separate people and divide and conquer, that's not going to happen here. We've been doing this for 6 years. We know what we're doing, and we're not going anywhere. So come out, check out Destination Smokehouse. You're going to have the best time of your life with great food, great entertainment, great energy, great everything. We'll see you guys soon. Destination.
Found out why Tenderism
Somebody mentioned that on Instagram, they were like, oh, and I heard that there was a trademark put in for Tenderism. And I was like, child, it can't be. So I looked it up, and it was a trademark application submitted in November under the name of Kenneth L. Harris. Now, it's the trademark is Tenderism. It's got the patent the patent and trademark office serial number, like the assigned number here, and the area of the area that this would cover would be games, toys, sporting goods, clothing. And then like the primary class would be clothing, footwear, and headgear, which makes a lot of fucking sense for it to be on hats that unks would be one to wear, you know, for barbecue season, season coming up. Now, I was hesitant, but I like went around, and I feel like I found Kenneth's page, because based on the address assigned to the trademark, and because this person is a attorney and has been an attorney for a great deal of time, it was traced back to Ken Harris and Associates in North Carolina. And so, because at first I was like, oh Lord, please don't let these white folks had gotten this. And I think this is worse than that. So these white folks so focused on having traipsed out and or this man is the go-between. He is the intercessor, but Ken Harris is a black man, 62 years old. Been in the game for a while. When you go to his website, like, he got pictures from way back in the day with Magic Johnson. He does like workman's comp and things like that. Is like his area of expertise. And again, this was filed on November 16th, like not too long ago. So even if they are compensating this man, and maybe he didn't, then people love getting into, well, they're not the first one. I ain't never heard nobody say Tenderism like that. Or people just got to give people you may have said it, but you didn't say it in a way to where you made other people want to say it, right? But this is, for me, this is even more weird because, like, not even the people in Unc's ecosystem are doing this. Who knows how this man is connected? And again, hopefully, this man is maybe working for Unc. I don't know, but this is who filed the trademark for Tenderism. So I don't feel like they handling business at all, except putting him on podcasts and trying him out there like goddamn me, you know, the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz.
Mr. Tendernism is the only reason we give a fuck about a damn smokehouse destination. Let's get that clear. Let's get that motherfucker. And the owner is jealous of Mr. Tendernism popularity. He don't like that Unc blew up on social media. He don't like that everybody thought that smokehouse destination was his restaurant. He don't like that at all. It's to the point now, he try to make sure that he in the videos. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see. Unc need to go ahead and sign with Death Row. Cause if you don't want an owner that's all up in your videos, dancing in the videos, you need to go somewhere else where you're gonna be appreciated. Go somewhere else where you're gonna be appreciated. And then you even look at the podcast, whatever it was doing, talking about Keith Lee. He said, if I knew Keith Lee was here, talking about the owner, he said, we would have stopped and went to see him. Keith Lee wasn't there to see you. Keith Lee was there to see Unc. That's it. That's all. And maybe your employees too, he would have showed love to them. But he didn't come to see the owner. He came to see. That's who he came to see. That's who he came. You're just trying to overly insert yourself in the goddamn program when we don't want you in the program. We get it. It's your restaurant and all that. You can appreciate it from afar. We don't wanna be shaking hands with you, kissing babies with you. But yeah, like I said, the owner is jealous of Mr. Tendernism. And it's just that simple. I don't know how we don't even see it. We all see it. We all see it, and Unc just sitting there without a word to say. Unc, speak up! Speak up! Blink twice!
I just watched a video of everyone finding out that the Destination Smokehouse is actually not black owned. And Unc, the Tenderism guy, is basically just a mascot. I remember hearing about this a few months ago, so I stopped engaging with his content because it just didn't sit right with me. And as I'm watching different videos about this, it reminded me of the Aunt Jemima. Back in the day, Disneyland had an attraction at the park, which is Aunt Jemima's Kitchen. So the whole premise of it was to be, you can go to Disneyland, and while you're at Disneyland, you can go also eat pancakes at Aunt Jemima's Kitchen. This is a real attraction that also was hosted by a black lady, which we also known as Aunt Jemima, right? So she's there, she's starting to gain popularity, making pancakes and breakfast for white folks, and this is how the Aunt Jemima that we grew up with ended up being in all of our homes. Quaker, the company, seeing how popular that it was being, and they ended up investing into Aunt Jemima and starting the whole breakfast thing. Quaker, which we know now as a billion-dollar company, ends up being the company that it does off the back of Aunt Jemima, off the back of a black woman playing a caricature of a mammy. So not only do these people not get paid their worth, but they're exploited. The lady eventually dies, and they just keep replacing her. What's happening with Unc and Tenderism is a tale as old as time. Black folks being exploited, being the face of something, putting in all the real labor and the work, but never reaping the actual financial benefits of it. And I think understanding how Aunt Jemima and this whole Aunt Jemima's Pancake House being in Disneyland shows how race is in literally everything.
At least he got a job. Oh, they bought him a Benz. Y'all don't know their relationship. Shut up, man. The problem with our community is when we try to save somebody or try to liberate somebody from a situation that they in, y'all always come through and say somebody hating. Ain't nobody hating on Unc. We see that Unc being used and we don't like it. Lord forbid we call something out. And it's sad because a lot of black men gonna fall into the same cycle that they granddaddy fell into, they great-granddaddy fell into, they great-great-great-granddaddy fell into, all because you don't wanna wake up. Yeah, it's Unc life. Unc can do what he wanna do, man. But that still don't take away from the fact that Unc being used in that restaurant, man. Now, I wish Unc the best of luck in whatever he doing, his future endeavors, whatever. You get what I'm saying? But don't suppress your big dreams for the dreams of other people, bro. That's the lesson in this shit, man. My grandma always told me you learn from your examples. You don't follow your examples. Now, I'm gonna let Calvin Candy and Steven run Candyland however they want to, and I'm gonna just be happy for Unc. But guess what? Sometimes you just gotta let people stay chained up. Let people stay chained up, and if they sleep, let them sleep, bruh. Because people get mad when you wake them up, bruh. And that's for real.
I can't prove it, but that business owner in the Tendernism video is very much giving MAGA to me. Like, that video looked like a hostage situation to me. Some people are saying it gives elder abuse. I'm just saying people came there because they wanted to see that older black man get excited about the meats. You know what I mean? Because there is something very exciting when you get like a really tender piece of meat. It'll make you go out of your way. You know what I mean? The sauce, if you have like a sauce and a meat, I mean, nobody's going there for the macaroni and cheese. They're going there for the meat experience, right? That he got excited about in his videos and throwing his glasses. And then when you see the video looks like he's not even a collaborator. It's not even giving a lead employee. It's giving very much, I'm the owner of this restaurant and I'm cutting you in on a little something, and I'm stealing your resource. I'm stealing your riz for my meats.
I don't mean no harm when I say this, but Mr. Tenderism, get the hell on up at the people establishment, because the clip of the owner, I'm going to assume that white man, sitting next to Tenderism talking about, well, we emailed Keith Lee, we didn't get a response. The whole vibe of that clip, excuse my French, it's giving massa enslave. It is.
If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done. But ever since I reached out to him, I've gotten zero response. I thought I was very respectful. From what I've watched from the review, it just didn't seem like he really captured what it's like when you come to this place. It's just disappointing that as popular as people can be on social media, people don't know everybody.
The way he's just sitting there not saying anything and the white man just talking for him, the vibe of the clip is giving, you didn't come see my best Negro. He's here. I got him right here. You can still come back and see my best Negro. That's what it's giving. Even the fact that Tenderism is the person who put the restaurant on the map. Ain't Tenderism the one cooking the food anyway? I'm sure that we would all support if he built his own business. Because right now, y'all are using that man as a mascot to the point where we thought Tenderism was the owner of the restaurant. And it's your pasty ass.
See, bro, I've been trying to tell y'all about Destination Smokehouse, bro. I've been telling y'all that shit a scam. They was cutting the bone, bro. Y'all didn't want to believe me, man. Y'all was calling me all type of haters, saying, oh, it's always our people tearing down our people. And I'm like, bro, he don't own the restaurant for one. It's not even his restaurant. He is the mascot. But y'all still was in the comments, black people always tearing other black people down, and y'all be so damn woke, bro. And at the same time, y'all sleep as fuck. Because as soon as Keith Lee got on this motherfucker and said, oh, it looks like they're cutting the bone, now everybody believes they cutting the fucking bone. Come on, bruh. Like, come on, bruh. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like y'all should have believed me from the jump. Like, I told y'all, I respect their business. I said the food was probably even still good. But they finessing. They was scamming, dog. And they still scamming. They still scamming y'all, dog. Shit crazy.
Mr. Tenderism way better than me, because there's no way I'm sitting next to that man and I know he fucking just made me lose out on $4,000. He made me lose out on $4,000, but he took $1,000 for his other people. Corny. It almost makes you wonder, like, what do he have on this man that he's so loyal to him? Like, not that he shouldn't be loyal, I guess, because, you know, sometimes people get in, I don't know what their fucking story is, but that's been the problem with it. This man is the face of this company and he's just a puppet. You can't really say, oh, I wish he would have told me he was here and we would have stopped what we were doing and went over and did it. That's the whole point of why he didn't tell you he was there. Hello? He wanted to do a real review. But the part that's really crazy is that they took the $1,000 but didn't take the $4,000 from Mr. Tender. Why he can't have $4,000? That's meant for him. But history always repeats itself, because all of y'all young people on the internet telling influencers and content creators and stuff, get a job, and this is why TikTok is doing this and they're not paying you, so get a job. Y'all got the same ideology as all the fucking generations before us. Get a job for what? What are they getting jobs for? So they can get treated like shit? What are they getting a job for? So they could work there for 25 years and then get a fucking little Big Mac as their fucking 25-year anniversary? What are they getting a job for? Jobs are for some people, but they're not for everybody. Mr. Tenderism, the man walk around with 4 bodyguards. He don't need no job. People come there for him, and he can't get $4,000. That's the least they could have did, was let him get his $4,000. And people still going to eat there. Like, people still were eating there after they found out that it wasn't even his shit. Like, ew.
Finding out that Tenderism was cutting up the pieces of meat to make it seem like it was tender for those videos. This whole Keith Lee situation has exposed so much about this business. We now know that Tendernism is not even the actual restaurant. Like, the old man does not even own the restaurant. He's just some guy that made that up to help boost the platform and boost, you know, visibility for the white man's restaurant. We know that the owner of the restaurant basically owns the old man, because when Keith Lee tried to give him the tip, they didn't want to receive it because basically they weren't going to get the money. Like, it was going to only go to Tenderism. They figured, okay, that don't got nothing to do with us. You can come back and see him later. He got other stuff that he's doing for us, another podcast and whatever. And now this man is pre-cutting up the meat before the video to make it seem like it's super tender. Not to say that it tastes bad, though. I will say that Keith Lee made his review and it does taste good from his review, but it's not that tender. It's just a lot of exposing going on at this place. It's so funny.
Not only an apology right now. Now, usually I don't respond to hate comments on videos, but after what happened this week, I just had to go ahead and say it. So about a month ago, I did the video on the Tendernism stuff. I drove 2 hours all the way to Murrieta to try the food. I did not love the food. I didn't think it was awful, but I didn't think it was that great as they were advertising, so I gave my honest opinion. And the comments were flooded with people telling me that I ate it cold, even though I ate it 5 minutes after I got it. People calling me racist because apparently I'm racist for not liking his food. And I don't even know. There was just so much crap. If you scroll through that comment section, I just kind of toned it out up until this last week. So this last week, Keith Lee went there, did a review, literally said the same exact thing as me. Comments are nowhere near the same. It's literally night and day if you look at his comment section versus mine, which pissed me off a little bit, but I still wasn't going to say anything. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm vindicated. The guy went there. He had the same opinion. Keith Lee, obviously, y'all trust his opinion. I trust his opinion, and he said the same thing as me. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm not tripping, because I was seeing everyone else go there and have better experiences and say the food was so much better. So I was like, maybe I just got a bad batch, but yeah, you know, it turned out that he apparently makes different food for different people. Now, I'm not here to hate on the barbecue place at all. I don't care. They can do whatever they want. I just wanted to make this video because now y'all see that I wasn't lying, okay? Everyone was telling me I was lying. I was making stuff up. I was trying to hate. I wasn't. I promise you. I just tried to go to places, review them, give my honest opinion, and that's what happened. So I don't know. I feel like even making this video is still kind of stupid, but I just wanted to say something about it because I've gotten thousands of comments, thousands of hate comments on that video, and I literally didn't do anything. Oh yeah, one more thing. I just want to set the record straight. I am a Syrian man, okay? I am not a white boy. I know I might look like one, but I am Arab, and I grew up in Houston.
I'm sure dirty. Hey, but can y'all watch this video real quick? I'm trying to see if the energy was off or I'm just tripping.
Everybody miss you, brother.
See, brother feels like diet nigga to me, but hey, to each their own.
Number one in the neck. All day. You already know. Anyhow, so I'm gonna go to, let's see, oxtail first. My brother's favorite.
No, he about to mess the Tendernism up.
All right, come on, man. Hold on, let me see. Am I doing it right, Walt?
Man, look at here, man. Don't be trying to mess my oxtail.
See,
see,
my bad.
That's cold blood. Look.
Hey, Tendernism isn't about it being tender. It's gotta taste good too.
That's hey, Tendernism is what? How you finna tell Mr. Tendernism what Tendernism means? That's crazy to me. I don't know. Oh my god. This man gentrified the moves. I guess this ain't my business, so I should mind my own. But I really hope Unc is getting the bag for this promotion that he's been doing after finding out that he's not the owner. Also to the owner, go sit down somewhere, bro. We don't need you dancing all in the videos. Let the man who brought the eyes to the business do what he been doing if you want to stay successful. But hey, that's my 2 cents.
I know the real reason why Unc didn't want to make his own restaurant. All that Tendernism shit,
has been fake the whole time. That nigga is a fucking fraud. They literally pre-cut the meat before they start shaking and all that shit for the camera. All that throwing the motherfucking glasses and shit, put that shit back on your motherfucking face, nigga. Nigga been taking them glasses off so we couldn't see the bullshit he been putting in our
Now,
face.
I'm not one to gossip, and you didn't hear this from me. But word on the streets is the tendernism ain't as tender as what they want us to believe. Keith Lee said this in his last review.
To me, it looked like it's sliced. It looked like they slid it straight down the back. So when I pick it up,
It's already on. Now, if he said that it looked like it had been sliced so it would fall off the bone, I believe him. Because Keith Lee don't do no lying, okay? And being that I am connected to one of the baddest pit masters based out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Big Bucks Barbecue, if you didn't know, that man is a classically trained chef that has been running a pit since he was a wee thing. He looked like he know about barbecue, don't he? He said meat ain't supposed to fall off the bone like that. He said meat falling off the bone like that is an indicator that it has been overcooked. So hear me out. The gimmick, the tendernism has blown Destination Smokehouse out the water. It has them selling out, which is great for their business. But what bothers me about this whole situation is that Unc has been placed in a position to make him look like he's the owner so that people will come and support a black business. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. That's what I see. And is it just me, or does Unc's face in this video look disgusted? Like he can't believe he missed the opportunity to get $4,000. Huh? And whoever that woman was who didn't know who Keith Lee was, they said, no, he's done. He cannot help. He can't come see you. She should have ran that past the owner. She should have done a quick Google. She didn't do her job. She wasn't trained properly. All I'm saying is, yeah, this is not looking great, because if you got to make a response video about the review, which was a good review, that makes me feel like it's some shady business going on, right? Right.
Okay, tendernism update. And I know I said tendernism and tenderism in the video. You know what I mean. Dang said neither one of them, so it really don't even matter. Can we start there? Second of all, there was a trademark application filled out by an attorney in North Carolina named Kenneth, who allegedly filed it to protect Unc. But he filed it in November 2025, and it is January, as of this recording, 2026, and he still has not been in contact with Unc to tell him he filed said trademark on his behalf. And I'm just trying to figure out, did you email him? Is that how you trying to contact him? Did you DM him? It's Unc. You gonna have to pull up on him. And now he has 4 bodyguards, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. Second patent, or second trademark, was filled out by the establishment in January of 2026, allegedly. So they filed a trademark. Also, I was told that Unc say back up. We doing too much. And for that, I say, listen, I give grace, because he's Unc. And Unc is of a generation where they like, listen, it's good white folks. These white folks been good to me. Don't y'all come in here messing it up. Do you understand? So if that's how Unc is. But if Unc is also like, I didn't even know about Keith Lee. I didn't know none of this. I didn't know I was this I need help. We ride at done. Do you see how it goes? I'm a Libra. We could go either way. It's whatever. It's whatever. Another thing I want to mention is other people are in the comments like, y'all make everything about race. It's not that big of a deal. And I can actually see on the surface level, based around everything else that's going on, you could assume that. However, we have to focus on self in order for us to change the direction of our community and the direction of our lineage and the legacy that we want to leave, right? And it is our time. And if you keep stealing our intellectual property and you keep stealing our, redlining, all of the things that we can go back in history and talk about. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But how exactly, if y'all keep stealing this stuff, are we supposed to pull ourselves up by our bootstrap? Or was that just some bullshit that you was spewing? Because that matters too. If that's the case and you was just like, that's just something to tell y'all, we was just lying. I feel like my people need to know that. Either way, we just need to know how to move. And also what I learned from this, everybody can't go. That's why I left a lot of y'all behind in 2025. All of y'all can't go because y'all got sympathy. Y'all, well, why y'all? Maybe he wants to, and maybe, okay. Stay right on over there. Stay right on over there. Start with your communities, build within, and let's start working our way around, because a lot of us want to move. A lot of us are, we really are the sauce. It really is us. And we're tired of outsourcing that. Let's just reel it back in. I think that really is the full entire message. I hope that helps. If there's more updates, I'll be sure to let you know, okay? Follow me for more. Thank you all.
I see so many videos now of people talking about, since Keith Lee said that the Tendernism guy was cutting the meat, I can't unsee it. And I feel like it just goes to show that y'all, like, I can't even say y'all because I'm a victim of this too. We could be really gullible sometimes when it comes down to this shit that we see on the internet. Because I feel like I'm the only person that could obviously tell that the meat was being cut. Meat does not fall off the bone in one piece. Every video I see of people that's going to that place and then they're like, fall right off the bone. The bone is coming out, and then when you lift up the meat, it's all in one piece. That's not falling off the bone. If the meat is falling off the bone, the whole thing is going to be falling off. The meat is going to fall apart. It's going to crumble because it's so soft. It's so juicy. It's so tender. Ain't no way the bone is going to slip off the meat and then the meat is still in one piece. That's not falling off the bone. And then even in Keith Lee's video, it fell off the bone. And then when he picked it up and bit it, he had to... If the meat was falling off the bone, it would have melted in his mouth. Like, that's what I be talking about. Like, sometimes you cannot believe the shit that you see on social media because it's just cap. There's no way a white-owned restaurant is making fall off the bone ribs. I'm sorry. Unless they have black chefs. But we can tell they don't. Like, this really, to me, looks like a barbecue house tavern. Like, that's what it's giving. There's no way y'all thought that the meat was falling off the bone like that every time. And that they were serving it to people like that every time. It takes a lot to get meat slow, juicy, tender like that. You have to slow cook meat like that. They're not going to do that. Especially not now when their views is going up. Y'all, you got to think about it. They cutting that damn meat. And it's obvious. I don't know. What y'all think?
Y'all don't find it slavely suspicious that the white guy that's all of a sudden is in all the Tenderism videos now? Like, y'all, it was months before people even discovered that the black man that y'all be calling Unc doesn't even own the restaurant. And then seeing just how he hovers over that man, or how that man be shucking and jiving for him, it's sickening. And I can almost tell, and I hope that I'm wrong, and I don't like to be wrong, so me hoping that I'm wrong says a lot, even though y'all don't know that. But I hope that I'm wrong in the fact that this man has basically been brainwashed in a sense. I told y'all in another video, sometimes black people that have been around white people like that, every little thing that they give him, I seen he was traveling somewhere or whatever, you know, I feel like, hell, the white guy traveling with him, hell, that man is old enough to be his dad or granddad. He should have been pulling his suitcase for him, especially considering all the money that man making him. But seeing him being all of a sudden, it's like he wanted to come from behind the scenes and say, this nigga don't own my restaurant, I own him. That's the way I took it. And I don't like that at all. And again, I don't know if this man is just okay with it. Seems like he's just fine with the way he's being treated, because, you know, they probably give him a little bit more than what he's been accustomed to. But those type of people, y'all, I told y'all before, they be so indebted to white folks like that, so he wouldn't even want to, even if somebody laid it out for him on a doggone bulletin board, he still wouldn't want to see it, and he'd still defend those white people in the midst of y'all defending him. Which is why, like I said, I just hope that it's not something even deeper than that going on, but I can tell he likes where he is, and how just, how he gets quiet, or the facial cues that the white guy makes or whatever. Y'all, is a lot not right about that, and you people that keep supporting this, y'all are part of the problem too, for real.
If y'all can't look at that tendernism stuff and see that that is quite literally this picture right here from Django, then I don't know what you gonna see, Bookie. Because that man is quite literally playing on the fact that literally doesn't know how to utilize social media. He doesn't really know how the marketing thing goes. He's really just there to cook his barbecue, be funny and go on about his day. But you always got an overseer, you always got a colonizer trying to come in and literally pickpocket this man. And now that he realized he wasn't getting the true value of what Unc truly is, now he wanna, turn around and, oh, I'm sorry. Why? So you can sell him like a buck to the highest bidder? Literally preying on Unc's lack of knowledge. Like, it literally looks like straight up domination energy. Like, he looks like he is quite literally making someone who is technically an elder to him look as if they are a child next to him. And you could tell that Unc grew up in an environment or in an era that wanted him to put his energy, or made him think that he had to put his energy into the colonizer, savior, Jesus, white man, whatever you want to call that specific energy. Like he's a circus act. Like it's a minstrel show.
I might be triggered. Sideline note, y'all, I might be triggered because, story time. So, my first big time show exhibit was for like this Kobe Bryant art benefit, which I was appreciated to be selected for it by this white woman named Karen. Yes, literal name was Karen. And she was one of them Black Panther fake woke ass elitists who look for black art to present. And she told me, like, your altar boxes, they're provocative. Nobody knows what it is, but they're gonna eat it up. Like, they're gonna want it. And I want that paid. So, and the white people, they was eating me up, y'all. They was eating me the fuck up. The British family said I was the first real black person they ever seen in their life who wasn't on TV. They was eating me up. I felt like the star of the show. But I'm just thinking, like, how they did me. Like, they didn't post my prices next to my artwork during the exhibit show. They didn't have my description. And I told the owner of the museum and her gallery worker over and over, like, hey, this needs to be fixed. And, like, they was kind of doing me, like, sloppy. And, the owner got upset, but I didn't know how this stuff go. The owner got upset that I was about to make a sale without taking the painting to her, Karen, to the owner first. Like that, like we had a little spat about that, but I didn't know because this was my first real exhibit. And it's because I was only, how the deal goes is I was only supposed to get 40% of whatever I sold. This is why artwork in museums are like $5,000, $6,000. Y'all, the artists don't get as much as y'all think they get. The artist does not get the full $6,000. The artist is only going to get like a couple bands, maybe 3 bands, like depending on the cut. You see what I'm saying? And it just had me feeling away. And then like I met an older man that night. He was real tall, dressed up real sharp, and we was having a conversation. It wasn't that many black people. Y'all, it was like 3 black people in there. He was like, you were very lucky to be in here. And I was like, oh, really? And he was like, yeah, like, we don't get to, like, be presented in these spaces. Like, this is not. And, like, it just made me think. A lot of times, it be capitalism in the fucking way. Like, it almost infuriates me sometimes that while we make the best artwork, or while the world may need what we offer, there's somebody over us dictate, like, it, like, puppet strings. Like, I had cognitive dissonance about that shit. Like, it's not right. Like, it's like vampirism. Like, we're making the shit that says hot or not, but at the end of the day, we're not the ones stamping what's hot or not from the dollar sign. But it inspired me. It inspired me because it made me say, shit, if people were saying this about my shit here, I ain't even been nowhere. I ain't been to Arizona. I ain't been to Art Basel Miami. I ain't been to France. So that keeps my fire still hot underneath. Because I could only, I'll be a hit somewhere else. I could see it for me. I think it was also triggering for me because my whole life, and I told y'all, like, I grew up in a military town. So whenever I did extracurricular activities, like, even being in the hood, like, me being one of the few black girls doing certain extracurricular activities, my white peers, I'm not even gonna say they was my peers, but they always try to little girl me. And it's built this type of resentment in my, like, I can't explain it, but it's a feeling. It's a feeling. My grandma is and my grandma's indigenous too, it's crazy. Mama here and grandma is a paralegal. And she used to always tell me, like, hey, when it comes to politics and dealing with them white folks, you gotta handle shit this way. You have to say this, you have to talk like that. So I've been around that my whole life, like that other type of feeling, that Mr. Tenderism ass shit. So it's a little triggering for someone like me. And that could be why I'm so passionate about this topic. Like how Beyonce has her shit. That shit takes generational wealth. Like, that shit don't get built. I mean, some people really do start their business like off the muscle. But that shit is like them people who hold in puppet strings over your talent have generational wealth.
Now hold on there, Unc.
That's a smokehouse eatery. This is Tendernism Capital. You don't need them. Not down here.
Sounds all well and good, but right now we're actually doing a wellness check. Are you okay? Because as you know, Keith Lee paid you a visit. You wouldn't even come out and talk to him. I don't care how successful that podcast is. Ain't no way in Trump's America you out here passing up full bands for a podcast. After Keith Lee was gone, you came out and had plenty to say.
Tell him about the gun line, boss.
But when you were sitting there with the owner, it looked like he was calling the shots on what you were allowed to do. And like Keith Lee and the people who support you, we want nothing but success for you. But we need to see some signs that you are actually okay and that you're not being exploited. Make sure you can make it home. How about some footage of you getting to take home a to-go box? Never mind the tendernism. How about the freedomism?